post actually getting things shot, I just want to make it clear what this video is about. I'm going to be discussing what it's like getting your style and what it's like actually getting better at photos. Okay, so unfortunately we're in this car. I promised that we normally get out. Not normally, this is like my second video, but still, we will get out. It's just raining right now, so we can't as much as we want to. I mean, I took photos and stuff, but taking video out there, so painful. Anyways, I'm gonna be mixing in a bit of footage that I got when I was walking and some of the photos that I took outside in the lake. So what's going on out there is that there's basically a storm last night, and so there are a lot of big waves. And I want to try something new. I've never shot long exposure of lakes or water in general before. I think I may have tried like once or twice in the past, but maybe I didn't have a tripod or I didn't have an ND filter. But this time I do, and it's something new that I want to try. So we're gonna head out and we're gonna give it a shot. My thought process in giving this kind of style a try is that you don't want to limit yourself. When you're starting off with photography and when you're trying to get your style, if you limit yourself to only portraits or only landscape or only bird photography, you won't grow as fast as you want to grow. This is my opinion. It's not necessarily something that's factual. But still, it kind of does make sense that if you only try this kind of food, you're never gonna know what your favorite type of food is. You get that metaphor? It makes sense. You got it, right? Yeah. Does it make sense? Trying new styles like long exposure or high shutter speed with birds is a good thing to do. It helps you kind of sift through what you may like, what you may not like. And not only that, but the kind of composition that you need for these different styles varies. So you get to learn the different variations of a general concept that applies to every style. For me, when I first started shooting, I only had a 100mm. I mean, I did have other lenses, but I only shot on the 100mm. And this really tightened down the amount of things that I would learn. And when I eventually swapped over to a 24mm on a zoom lens that I had sitting in the back, I was like, boom, shocked. Actually, I like this style way better, and this is so much easier, and I'm learning a crazy amount because I'm learning how to frame differently. How you frame with a 100mm and a 24mm, completely different. So my point in saying all this is that you should give other things a shot, especially if you're new. But even if you're a veteran and you've been shooting for a while and you're still looking to get your style, if you're shooting multiple different things, you want to figure out what it is that you like. And I think a style, it can be that specific to like shooting birds or shooting, oceans or whatever, but more often than not, somebody can bring their style to those different locations. Okay, we've made it to my favorite spot, Caribou Coffee. Not just to edit this video, but also to get a little bit more footage of us talking. Isn't that just great? More time with me. Yeah. Someday I'm gonna get shots of those houses because they look super awesome. Sit on that. All right, I'm back, and it got really quiet all of a sudden. It's not actually quiet here. There's cars and a bunch of other things. So we'll see how this goes. But there are a few examples of people that I want to talk about. There's a car who have a very specific style, but they apply it to all sorts of things like aviation, landscape, car photos, and you can totally tell it's their photo. It's hot. That is not caramel. That's honey. Did I grab the right thing? Somebody that I'm thinking of is Peter Lik. I'm not really good with names. I don't know the names of the other photographers that I can think of, but Peter Lik comes straight to mind. He has this very specific, dramatic, saturated, complicated style that you can see in every single one of his photos, and details like it's cool. It's really cool to see his photos and to know that's Peter Lik's photo. And so when it comes to creating your style, that's the kind of feel that you want to have with your photos. You want people to be able to look at it, whether you're shooting birding, whether you're birding or taking photos of cars, and you want people to look at it and say, that's your photo. In order to get there, I've already said this, but in order to get there, you need to know all these different areas. You need to know, more specifically, you need to know the types of things that you like and how they work in these other areas. So for me, when it comes to minimalism, there's a lot of cars now, I can apply that to almost anything, right? On the lake, you saw some of the photos already, probably, I hope. They're very minimalistic. There's like 3 elements, the sky, the water, the rocks. That's it. Now, if I go birding and I'm taking photos of birds, then same thing, just make it minimalist and add in some detail where there is detail, right? And then you'll be able to tell, oh, this person's style is minimalistic. And then you'll be able to look at all my photos and say, oh, they're Ephrem's. If your style is creating contrast between small things and big things, then make your bird really tiny and your background really big, or make your rocks really tiny and your lake really big, right? You see what I mean? You'll only be able to narrow down what your style is if you're applying it to these other outdoor style, other types of styles, I guess, if you're applying it to other styles. So, shooting at the lake, shooting birds. I already said it so many times. But hopefully you're getting what I mean, and you're starting to see that a style isn't necessarily only shooting birds or only shooting lakes. It certainly can be that. It certainly can be only shooting those things, but more often than not, it's going to be a combination of that and a look or a idea that can be applied to anything. Like Peter Lik's photos. His idea can be applied to anything. So I want to challenge you guys as I'm drinking my coffee and probably showing you, hopefully, other photos. But I want you to try something new. I want you to go to the opposite side of the focal length that you're currently using. If you're shooting 24, go to 100. If you're shooting a f-stop of f2.8, go to the f-stop 8. Try something new. If you're shooting in the city, go outside. Trying new things will help you grow, I promise you. And this is a challenge that you should take because, this is our opportunity to do something about this and to grow. Okay, but that's the end of this video. I hope the photos were good. I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope it wasn't too confusing and that you're getting what I'm saying. Catching my drift, you know? But I'm gonna enjoy this coffee that is not caramel, but I think vanilla and water. See you guys later. Fading into distance.